Hey, good morning, everybody. How is everybody this morning? Let's show a few moments for the POWs and our first responders. How is everybody this morning? Good to see everyone coming in here. Sorry I worried everybody, but I was just for standard testing I had to go in for. I do it about every 3 to 6 months. They do it so that they can check my lungs to make sure that they're doing all right. COPD is a very nasty disease, and they keep pretty close tabs on me. So every so often, I have to go in and do a bunch of BS testing. I guess it's not BS, but they have to make sure that my lung function is working all right, and make sure that all my oxygen and stuff is working the way it's supposed to. I didn't mean to really worry anyone. Let me make it so I can see you guys here. Hold on a second. There we go. I've been writing you guys' names down while I finished setting up. You guys probably noticed the screen getting all kinds of changes to it. That's because I wanted to make sure everything was the way I wanted it. So, how is everybody this great Wednesday morning? Everybody got their coffee on? Let me get a quick roll call here. If I don't call your name, make sure that you let me know so I can, okay? I have Uncle Al, I have Ron Neitzel, Thomas Raymond, Scrapping Irish, Backwoods Law, Ivy E, Les Wiley, Chris McBee, Papa's Bam, Mo Mellow Leather, Jewish Redneck Prepper, Insight Freedom, and it's me, Brian. If I missed anybody, please let me know. All right, Backwoods Law says he's sucking it down as we speak. I am too, but you guys can see I have my invisible cup again, right? Uh, so, where did we leave off at? I will do the next Monday night live stream on tornadoes. I apologize for missing that, but those tests really take it out of me. They put me through the ringer when I go in for those things. Chris says he doesn't have coffee, but he's definitely sipping on something. I comprehend that, my brother. Okay, let's get out of this one. We'll go to the mountains. See how that works. Well, how is everybody? It is springtime here. Breakfast of Champions, I hear that. I've been there and done that, Chris. Used to be in my drinking days, I would wake up to a nice cold one on the weekends when I didn't have to work. Hey, how you doing, Grumpy? Good to see you this morning, my friend. Jim Beer, welcome, my friend. Good morning. How is everything going for you, Grumpy? Hope some of your issues are getting worked through, my friend. I understand everything you're going through. Hey, look who's here. Keith just wandered in. Hey, how you doing, Keith? Good to see you. I believe it's kind of warm here today. It's supposed to be warm today and cold again tomorrow, so it can't make up its mind what it's going to be. It's already 50 degrees here. Uh, Gonna be 70 out on the East Coast, Backwood says. 75 in Indiana, Keith says. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 70s here today, I believe, and then it's supposed to dip that back down into the 40s again. Pretty crazy winter we've had for sure. If you guys don't know everyone in here, make sure that you're doing that. Make sure that you're showing anyone new in the room some love and support. I think we went through this once before, but everybody knows what that mountain is, right? We talked about this last time, I think. This is one of the photographs I took. I have a 35 millimeter camera. A lot of the pictures I use, I catch those photos myself, but some of them I go get offline. That's right, Backwoods. It's Mount St. Helens. It's the pretty side of it. The other side's pretty fugly. I don't know if you guys know, but they have what they call the lava tubes on this side of the mountain. That's where the molten lava came down off the mountain and it formed around decayed wood and stuff. And then as it cooled off, that wood and stuff flowed out with the water and it became like big caverns, like tubes. They call them the lava tubes. And you can actually go down in those tubes and crawl through them. It's kind of neat and eerie at the same time. Hey, it's me, Brian. How are you doing? I know I called you out on the beginning, but how are you doing this morning? How's the coin world going? All right, Uncle. Life straw, right on. Now you got to do a video using it. If you don't want to use it, cut it in half. Look at the innards of it. Do that on camera or something. Be amazed what's inside that thing. All right, I'll be on the lookout for it, Chris. I'm expecting one other package also from uh, Matt A. I'm gonna be doing a project for him, so they should both come the same day. Sawyer's and a Life Straw pretty good, actually, Keith. I kind of like them both. I have one of each. Crockpot survival dishes. There you go. That's called canning, Thomas. You don't trust them? How come? At Sawyer, you could pump in, you could still boil the water, you know. If you had to, you would, I'll tell you that. To each their own, Keith. Reaper Militia Outdoors. Hey, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you pull in. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking, sir. For your Rhino, Yamaha Rhino. For riding lawnmower. That's the parts department that knows what they're doing, huh, Chris? Camper Bandix, good morning. How are you? How's the weather where everybody's at? Isn't that right, Chris? Left hand don't know what the right hand's doing. Remember, you guys, if you're not knowing everybody in here, make sure that you're getting to know them. Let's rub up against them, get them on our list. You guys know if you come enough times that you'll become blue just like everybody else. So you have to earn it. Reprogrammed, yeah, no kidding. It's supposed to be just in time manufacturing, huh? Sort of how I got my name for my channel was I was taught how to use just in time manufacturing when I was in production as a production manager. Just in time is just too late. That's what I used to tell them. Hey, look who's here, Tyler. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How's your morning going? I'm doing good, Tyler. Thanks for asking. I was telling everybody else I just was going in for my bi-yearly checkup. My lung capacity has gone down, but that's really just the nature of the beast. Oh, yeah, I do, Brian. If you need something done, you let me know, Brian. I can get her done for you. I got a project coming in the morning in my mail. Hey, old man, good morning to you. How are you? How's the weather in Western Washington? Raining probably, eh? You guys are forgetting to thump on that like button I'm looking at in my phone here. Maybe I need to refresh it. That way I can spy on you guys. I can't see in OBS. So what I have to do is I have to look at my phone. 60 degrees in upstate New York. That's pretty warm for up there. You guys are actually going to see some spring, huh? That's right. Yeah, it's a little more than that, but it seems like only 10 days backwoods. Let's see, refresh this sucker. I had to stop the stream originally. I forgot to change the thumbnail. I keep forgetting to do that. It's going to be up to 86 in North Carolina. Wow, that's going to be a nice day. That's almost too warm for this time of year. Yeah, 2 days plus or minus. I don't care how much it rains out there. It's a beautiful countryside for sure. You live out there long enough, you just learn to do whatever you want to do, whether it's raining or not. If you get out in the woods, guess what? It's not raining in the woods because the trees are your canopy. No, not a can of peas, canopy. Oh, you already got your AC on? Man, I would imagine so in the 80s. Probably be in the 30s tomorrow, Brian. Oh, you got your scooter? Cool. How do you like that? Oh, you got a lift for it too? Right on. Cool. You'll be buzzing all over the place now. you'll be ready to head out. He's gonna have scooter races, yeah. When I was a clown, we did what we called bed races in the parades. We used to do parades. We used to do the parade route in Washington, where all the parades are during the spring and summer. I was an amateur clown, and we used to do all the parades. We all had beds that we put together, and we would do bed races in the parade. Everybody laughed their butts off. Yep, he'll have to be making sure that it goes a little over 10 miles an hour for sure. Doesn't have overdrive yet. Yep, we can fix that thing. We can tune it up to make it be a speedster. I'm sure they have YouTube videos on it, making a hot rod out of a scooter. Oh wow, it must be for sure spring there then, huh, Brian? My grass is just now starting to turn green. Oh, you're gonna mow today too, Keith? I don't even have any grass to mow yet. Hasn't got warm enough for it to start growing. Well, I've seen it snow here on the 4th of July before, so of course it didn't stick. It was so darn hot, but it snowed. Crazy weather. Heat in the valley and rain in the foothills and snow in the mountains where Uncle is. Yeah, I can't say we have any snow in the mountains here. I don't think I haven't ever seen any mountains here. Well, maybe over in eastern Nebraska as you're starting to go into Iowa, but I doubt it even there. It's been too many years since I've been there. You got to push more? Must be a small yard, huh, Keith? Must live in a small yard. I have a push mower too, but I don't have to push it. I have a kid to do that. Well, he's not really a kid anymore, but I call him one. She, yeah, you need one for yourself. The wife has claimed your last one. Go figure, eh? She won't even let you borrow it, huh? You have to wait till she goes to work or something. Snag it. Gonna be 90 tomorrow, Uncle? There you go, yep. Hide it. See, old man, Backwoods hides his. That's probably what your wife does now, huh? She hides hers so you can't find it. Yeah, my kid, my son, he been trying to talk me into getting a riding lawnmower, but I told him that if he wanted a rider, he had to buy it himself. He's got a job now. Oh, I bet it is. Even if you have a small yard, it's hard if you got a high humidity. Yeah, do your grandma's yard reaper? Grandma's yard must be pretty big, eh? Hey, Jason, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. How are you this morning? Oh, you were young then? Yeah, I hear you there. My grandma and grandpa had a big place too, and they always talked me into doing it whenever I was there as a kid. I guess they figured it kept me out of trouble. How's the cat doing, Jason? Cat still sick? There you go, Brian. You hear, old man? Hear Brian, old man? He was saying that he took it just to get a kiss. Time is up. The electrician has just got there for the power. All right, Backwoods, thanks for coming in, my friend. You can come back when he gets done if you feel up to it. Probably still be here till about 11:30 or 12. Don't work too hard, buddy. Supervise that electrician. She's still sick, huh, Jason? Are you thinking that the neighbor poisoned her, or was it just giving birth to those kittens, or what? Your coffee cup and your mother. I like that one, Tyler. Oh, you got a big hug and a kiss when you told her you bought her a pressure cooker? Should have told her that you were going to trade her that pressure cooker for that coffee mug back. Oh man, watch out. Keeps giving out hugs, you guys. The kittens were preemies. So you think that the mother was poisoned and then she gave birth to the babies prematurely? Which they drank her milk, so that poisoned them too, right? What neighbor's that? I'd be poisoning his animals. I see, old man. You don't want to cause any waves. I understand. You rode enough waves in the Navy, right? Yeah, push mowers will cut thick weeds if you got a sharp blade. No will file charges on them. Yeah, that won't go very far. Goes around, comes around, you know. You got neighbors that have a pit bull? Well, that's kind of strange. They would poison the cats if they have animals themselves. Actually, you could send me an email, Brian. I have an email in my about section. If you send me an email with what you have in mind, I can get back to you. You can take some pictures of what you have and then send them to me in an email. I can have an idea of what you want, and then I can get back to you. Alaska Preppers giveaway. Why's that, old man? Did I win or what? That's right, Keith. I would find out who did it for sure. If it's an outside cat, it's kind of hard to figure it out, though, because cats travel a pretty good distance sometimes. Most people, if the neighbor's cats, or this is how I was anyway, if my neighbor cats would come over, we would end up feeding them. Just because we didn't want them, if they were skinny and stuff, we didn't want them to have to worry about feeding them. Some people just can't afford it. So if the neighbor cat showed up as a little bit skinny, we just put a little bit of food out for it. Oh yeah, I had one of those once, Thomas. I used to have a push reel mower right up until I moved here. I would have my kid use it like around the flower beds and stuff. Hey, FFP, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Oh yeah, I'd be here. It's like I explained to everybody else, FFP. I go in for testing a couple of times a year because of my COPD, and they put me through a rigorous amount of testing. Put me in some pressurized cabins and stuff to test the functionality of my lungs, and then I do a couple of. They put me in that tube thing and run some tests that way, and take a bunch of X-rays and make me do a couple of rounds, couple of laps around the hospital, and just put me through a bunch of testing. So after I do the test, I'm pretty wore out. So I went in, did the test, and then I had to take a day off. That's just the way it is. As uh, as I go on in YouTube land, you guys will learn more and more about me because I will eventually uh, start getting less and less lung function. So it'll take longer for me to recoup and stuff. So for now, we're doing okay. Lung function has decreased, but that's just part of my disease. I can't do anything about it. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Good to see you. How are you doing this morning, Mike? A CAT scan? What, for my head? I'm really glad to see everybody in here this morning. Let's see what we got going here. Somebody's forgetting to push that like button. I know the ones that have hit it, you can't hit it twice, but the ones that haven't hit it need to go out there and try to break it. Must be time for cookie. Run down of popsicles, old man. Oh, I'm all glowy, yeah. Wonder if I can fix that. Let me see. I should be able to. Whoop. There we go. That's better. What's not good, Keith? Your SHCF video? Oh yeah, I was gonna let you guys know. You know, I have the Monkey Wrench crew, right? You guys are part of the Monkey Wrench crew. I started this thing on Twitter, and if you go in there to and tweet to my page, hashtag Monkey Wrench Group, then you put a picture up there of yourself watching this or whatever, just like the Pusa Studios. I can't be as fancy as them yet because I haven't learned it, but I will bring uh, your page up onto my screen and give you guys some recognition. I do know how to do that. I know how to go out there and grab it. So I'm going to start doing that, try to start building up how I do my networking with you guys and try to build up your channel as well as mine. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you're doing it down there. You guys know where all those spots are. Hit that red button and then hit that bell. And do the same for each other if you guys don't know each other. I will watch it, FFP. You've got my word on it. I'm writing it down. You got my attention. I will get it taken care of. I've got it written down on the sheet for today. Had to do a complete restart? Holy cow. Usually you can just go out and go back in. Oh, yeah, I understand that, FFP. But I am a man of my word. I can cheat. I can go look. Let's see. called SHTF Prepper Prepared. Hey Lou, good morning to you, sir. How are you? That's right, Lou. A short pencil is better than a long memory. That's why I write everything down. I always come with pen in hand. I even come to pen in hand when I'm watching a live stream just so I can write down stuff that I don't forget. Have it right by my chair so I can write down stuff that people put out there that I find important to myself. And people ask you to go check out stuff, I write it down so I can. Did Sue sneak in here? While I was out looking for other stuff, yep, there she is. Good morning, Miss Sue. How are you? How is things in Eastern Washington? It's fairly damp in Western Washington, but how is Eastern Washington doing? West Wind Survival. Morning, Wayne. How are you doing this morning, Wayne? And you also, Sue. And put a bullseye on your tablet and shoot the damn thing. That's how I am. I have an old tablet. It's in the drawer in there. I plan on taking it out when I go back down to my brother-in-law's. I'm going to take it out there and shoot a hole in it. Good. I'm glad you're okay. How are those swap meets coming? Man, that was a score on that pure water filter. Sell it to you. It won't do you any good. You can come across some pretty good stuff sometimes at those swap meets for sure. Like I was telling you in the video I watched, I used to go to them in Washington. I used to have a booth in a couple of them. One up in Arlington. I did a booth up there for I don't know all summer one year, and then I did another booth down in Monroe at that swap meet for a few months, uh, just before it closed for the season. You can get some pretty good scores. Oh, you got a tech friend? Oh, you'd have to get it unlocked first. Better make sure he knows how to unlock them. Oh, really, Wayne? Hell, they all have AI anymore, don't they? Or so I think, anyway. I think they're all built that way these days. Okay, Keith. I might just do that for you. Hey, look who just wandered in. How you doing, my friend? Bent out of shape. How goes the battle for you, Bent? Sniffles, yeah. Doctor seems to think it's pollen in the air, but I've never had any allergies my whole life. I don't know why I would start now. How goes your battle, Bent? Still a slow haul? Lou doesn't like going to the thrift stores and flea markets. Usually, just people that are hoarders are usually at those things. I never used to call myself a hoarder until I went out and looked in my garage. I got stuff I don't even need out there. Oh, that was a big snapper, Chris, for sure. You gonna make some soup out of it or what? Turtle soup's good. Story Dory, good morning to you. How are you? Good to see you, my friend. You don't have a smart TV and you buy old phones? Oh, yeah, I suppose that would work. Get you one of those little flip phones? Is that what you're talking about? I still have some of my old phones and I never throw them away, but I figured that when I get where I can't afford to have a plan anymore, I'll dig out one of the old ones and put a SIM card in it and use that. Wow, that's pretty amazing, Wayne. That's really going gray man there, buddy. I have a TV. It doesn't have a camera on it or anything, but I don't watch a lot of regular cable TV. I've got Roku, and I watch a lot of the Roku channels that have their apps instead of regular cable shows. Yeah, I kind of like it battered up and fried too. That way it tastes. I think the taste is better, Chris. Yeah, so I do my phone, Wayne. Is I usually have the volume all the way down on it, and then I just retrieve my calls and answer the ones I want. And when I'm not using it, I have it face down on the table so it can't be looking up. I take other precautions. I try to do the best I can. I'm not trusting that 5G. I was watching some news on it from over in Europe. I was watching a European news station. Actually, it wasn't a news station. It was something else. I can't remember, but they were talking about the new 5G network, and they are saying it's very dangerous for you to use. That they're going to try to. They've already started putting up towers and substations for it, and it is not actually. It's actually not healthy for humans because of the radiation it puts out. But the company doesn't care. They're going to go ahead and go with it. So I really doubt if I'll be 5G. I've got enough problems. I don't need that too, you know. All right, Sue, welcome back. You lost the video for about 3 minutes. Huh. I better bring it back up here. I was looking at your at FFP's website channel thing, so I could find that video I have to watch later. Bay leaf tree, probably. I'm not sure. Huh. Yeah, I watch it from three different devices because I can't see it when I'm in OBS. No, no, Lou, no. Well, it's not it. It was an actual thing, an actual news coverage thing. They're putting the towers up all over Europe, England, and stuff, and they're finding that it's not healthy. I'm sure 4G is not healthy for you either, if 5G is not healthy for you. Oh, that's for sure, Wayne. You are absolutely right there. They have us walking around in a daze if they could. You know that. No, no, no. It's for real, Tyler. They were talking about the company that makes it and everything. It's a China company, of course. I can do that for you, Chris, if that's what you want. You know that. I can make it outside or inside the waistband, whichever one you want. Yeah, it won't be long till we won't be able to do anything without Big Brother knowing what we're doing all the time. Heck, they have satellites that track people, you know. Yeah, you might have watched the same thing I did then, Lou. It was from over in the other side of the pond. A company made the darn video and put it up. This was a couple of weeks ago. I watched it. Well, we're already zombies if we watch people walking down the street. They got their phones like this. All they're doing is watching their phone and walking. So that's a zombie to me. Wow, that's right. They track us pretty good, huh, Wayne? Brain chips. Hey, Farmal, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. How are you this fine day? Beautiful weather, beautiful. Good to see you drop by, sir. Try and catch up on the chat here, you guys. Well, we keep pushing forward, so technology is only going to get worse from here. That 5G it wouldn't scare me if they could wait and at least get it perfected before they put it upon us, put some shields on it or whatever. How's your weather hanging out there, Farmall? Yes, sir. That's right, Wayne. They already have robots that look just like they're human. The China, not the Chinese, but who was it? Japan. I think it was Japan that came out with realistic-looking robots. You can program them to take care of you, and they can actually communicate with you. Yeah, it's kind of nice here today too, Farmall. Everybody's talking about nice weather, except Washington's a little gray. The dark budget. Well, heck, Wayne, where do you think those movies get their ideas from? I kind of think that the Hollywood set and the uh, uh, all these big software companies that are probably in cahoots together. Oh, they're already talking about RFID people underneath their skin, so that they can read you. They're already talking about microchipping everybody. And they're saying it so that when you go to the polls, they know that you're who you say you are. But that's just another way for them to track you. No way I'd get a chip put in me. They're chipping people overseas. Why not buy the electronic rifle scopes, Mike? There you go. Step right up. Who's next to get their personal RFID number? Being sold on the black market? Well, that doesn't mean they have a chip. It just means that they're snatching up kids. They've done that forever. What, Sweden's chipping their citizens? I haven't seen him around for a while. I haven't seen Jordan around for a while. I just figured he quit YouTube like everybody else. Alright, you guys are right on time. Thank you. Alright, Bent, come back if you get it straightened out, my friend. Hey, Corsair Trainer, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Oh, you're not late. You're right on time. How are you doing this morning, my friend? I hear sunny California is warm today. Uh, all right, I'm gonna have to leave somebody in charge here. Let's see. I have to go see a man about a horse. Let's see. Uh, all right, you guys. Wayne's in charge. I'll be right back. Keep him in line, Wayne. All right. Get this microphone back on. There we go. I see everybody's okay. All right. Whew, I feel much better now. All right, how is everybody doing? I see that Wayne didn't let the house burn down. So, how's everybody feel about the burning of the temple Catholic church thing in Paris? That was quite the deal. That's going to hurt the world. I mean, they were saying something like 6 million people. I think it was 6 million people go through that thing every year from around the world. Oh, who came in while I was gone? Look at there, Gray Man. Hey, Gray Man, how you doing? Yeah, that is quite the loss there. I'm just glad they were saying, I was watching the news, that BBC news, and they were saying that they had taken the 6 statues out of there for the first time in hundreds of years, and that they were spared, and that the firemen went in and got all the other artifacts out. I'm pretty surprised that they got all that stuff out of there. All right, Brian, I'll check it when I get out of here, buddy. They test things on the military. For sure, everything disappears here without a doubt. Subs, likes, they even unsubscribe you. I think they do it to you on purpose too. You know what? It's that AI. That's what gets you in trouble. They're saying that the workmen that were working on the building were the ones that could have started the fire. Had the Muslims started the fire? Yeah, could be. I mean, like I said, there's millions of people that go through that place every year, and they had all those scaffoldings up around the building where they were working on it. I wonder if they had any security around that scaffolding. I mean, if they didn't have any security around the scaffolding, it probably would. Uh, Anybody could crawl up there and set a fire or whatever, put a bomb in place. You just never know. Muslim workers. Walker's probably playing with his ham radio. I got a message from him the other day saying he was going down to Mississippi to work. He'd be gone for about a week or two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right, Steve. I think they're going to keep it pretty low key until after the investigation. But, if they didn't have any security around that scaffolding, it would have been easy for anybody to underhandedly take care of it. It's just a shame that it had to happen. They were saying they were trying to rebuild it. I had listened to those European stations instead of the American ones, and they were saying they've been trying to rebuild it for years. Hey, welcome back, Wayne. Well, I heard that uh, that the French leader, what the heck's his name, gets along with Trump, that he's not a very good leader for their country, that everybody's not really happy with him. Yeah, that's what I would think. Why would they just hire anybody to work on it? You know, we live in a pretty dangerous day and age. You would think that no matter what country you live in, that you would actually screen the folks that work on it. Just for that fact that we have terrorists out there. We have homegrown terrorists, and we have regular terrorists, you know. Just a shame that they had to go up like that. I mean, it went up just like that, you know. I mean, I watched it from the time it was reported, and 20 minutes later, the whole thing was engulfed in flames. Yeah, that doesn't sit right with me either, Wayne. They're saying it was the workmen, possibly the workmen's fault, but oh, those guys are supposed to know what they're doing, so I suppose they don't have OSHA over there. You know, that's what I was talking about, Uncle, is they have homegrown terrorists, which are the kooks and the nuts. And then you have the ones that are in groups of terrorism. Exactly. That's how I feel about it too, Corsair. I mean, they were reporting it on mobile phones that the roof was on fire, and it took how long for the fire department to get there? By the time the fire department got there, it was engulfed in flames. I mean, it's almost like it had an accelerant on it, you know? I'm just glad they got all those artifacts out. And that's another thing that bothers me. How come they had so much time to get those things out? Well, you think maybe the church could have set the fire themselves so they collect the insurance money to rebuild it, right? Stranger things have happened, you know. Look what the priests are being accused of. They're just human beings like us, you know. They might not have had a way to finish the renovations. Might have been easier just to stick a piece of tinder wood up there. Well, it didn't burn so fast that they couldn't get the artifacts out. That's what kind of bothers me. If the place was full of smoke, how could they get all those artifacts out without them being damaged? Uh, Vlad, you're talking about Vlad, Uncle? Yep, exactly what I was saying, Steve. I mean, if the roof was on fire, I mean, it would have been on fire on the inside because the roof goes all the way up to the roof. I mean, the inside roof goes all the way up to the roof. You know what I mean? And if it was on fire, that means it was on fire on the inside, filling that room full of smoke. No, there was quite a few things left in there, Gray Man. Like I said, there was the statues were out for restoration. It was the first time in I think they said 400 years. All right, Tyler. Thanks for coming by, my friend. I really appreciate it. I'll see you again out there, my friend, and I'll see you on Saturday night. You have a great day, okay? See you, Tyler. So are you guys ready for the Mueller report to come out? It's all they're talking about if you watch any kind of TV. I try to skip by it, but you have to catch some of it. My local news station even talks about it, so. Good going, old man. I like that one too. Big Red EDC, what's up, my friend? Good to see you ramble in here. How have you been, my friend? Man, all that history stuff I've forgotten a lot about. I took it all in school, but I don't remember a lot of it. I have to look it up. Thomas is spreading that conspiracy theory again. I did that just for you, Chris. That'd be a lot of meat in your freezer, huh? And that's a hefty piece of steak right there. Were you headed back to the good life? Where's the good life at, Big Red? So, what do you guys want to talk about now? Bring up a new subject. Hey, look who just came in. Kyle. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Kyle Anderson, you guys. He's starting to put out content. Get over there and check him out. Don't forget to smash that like button, and if you can, tweet the thing out for me. I can't do it from here. My phone doesn't allow me to do. Well, I guess I could do it on my phone. Let's see. go. That'll work. Don't forget to tweet it out on your side either, you guys. Yeah, I've thought about doing that again, Chris. I have another one back in my playlist, but it's not a very good one. I've matured a lot since I made that first one. I would love to do another one. Like and subscribe. There you go. Eminem, hey, how you doing, my buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. I was gonna do that panning video on Monday, but my son's work schedule got changed. So now we are waiting till his next day off. If you guys not sure about Eminem, he's a prospector. He sent me a package a while back, has some gold and a gold pen, and my son and I are gonna do a video on it. We're just waiting for him to get a day off from work. He goes to school in the mornings and works afternoon, evenings, and he's a pretty busy kid. Young man, I guess I should say. Oh, you're working, Kyle? Where are you working at today? Are you still in Florida? That's right, Chris. He's a fellow Tennessean. Orlando area. What is it that you do, Kyle? Are you like in construction of some kind? A round knife? No, sir, I don't. I've seen them and I've looked at them, but I really don't care for them. I like a good old-fashioned razor knife that's sharp, has the two ends that you can switch back and forth, and I use a new blade every time I start a project. That way I know that it's gonna be sharp enough to cut the leather, and I can do the curves or whatever I need to be doing. I don't have to worry about anything. I guess I could get used to a round knife, but I guess I'm just some things you just can't change. I suppose I could. I don't know. I just prefer what I've been using a razor knife. I actually right now. See if I got it up there. It's way over on the other side of the table right now. I use a knife that I got from Guerrilla Survival. Actually, I like it because the blades come out real easy. I don't have to take the thing apart. Has a little quick release button, pulls the blade out, turn it around, snap it back in. And then I have a little holder for the blades so they don't get uh, lost or uh, just so they don't get lost mainly so I don't hurt myself on them. Yep, a small cookie tin woodwork, and just line it with like cardboard or even what I've done in the past is you can go to like Walmart or any hobby store and you can get that like it's like a eighth of an inch spongy material. It's not styrofoam, but it's like a rubbery material, and you can just lay it in there, in the bottom, and then cut the side out, put it in there, and then put that in the lid too, so that when you snap everything together, it's sealed up. That would be a perfect way to do it. So you must have bought a roller knife. Is that what you bought? Exactly. That's what I was telling him, Wayne. I use that foamy, rubbery stuff. Line the inside with it so it's up off the metal. You learned your lesson about the small razor blades. Yeah, if I have them out, I usually have them on a magnet or something. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. It kind of looks like a half moon shape, and you roll it back and forth. I've seen those. I don't know if I'd like them or not. Maybe for straight lines or something would be okay. I'll just stick to my good old razor knife. Can't go wrong with a good sharp razor. Oh, cool, Kyle. Right on. All right, Uncle. You be good out there, buddy. You be nice to that nurse. All right, Eminem. Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it. Back to work you go. Don't work too hard. Yeah, maybe, maybe, but I have punches I use for that. Have you seen the punches that do corners that are they're half moon, but they come in different sizes for different corner diameters, and you just lay them on there and smack them with your hammer. Those are the ones I use. I like them because I can resharpen them a little bit. I can use a little emery cloth on them. Hey, thanks for coming in, Steve. I really appreciate it, my friend. I mean it about you helping me with those earthquakes. Probably be a couple of weeks. I've still got to do the tornadoes and then we'll do the earthquakes. Yeah, so that's what I use. I also have a whole set of punches over there for like belt loops or stuff like that, cut out for belt loops and stuff. They're just die sets, and you just put. What I do is I put a board on top of them and whack them to protect the edges on the tops, and then I just punch it through. I don't know if you have those or not, but those are really handy. Makes a nice smooth cut for a belt loop or put a clip through or something like that. Yeah, I have those too. I have a whole set of them. I am on Twitter. I'm on Will is Patreon. That is my Twitter handle, and you'll see my little just in time icon. Will is Patreon. It's associated to my just in time prepping stuff. I suppose I should put that in my description, but I just have a link to it. You can go to my About page and get there. There's a link. There's a link on my homepage right up there in the picture part. It says Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. You can just click on those. Excuse me. You can just click on those icons and it'll take you right there. I didn't own a leather shop. I did a lot of leather work. I've done guns, scabbards. I've done uh, portraits in leather. I've done purses. I've done wallets. Oh man, knife sheaths, machete sheaths. Pretty much anything you want, I can do it. Only thing I really haven't done anything on, and that's a saddle. I always wanted to do one, but just never had the chance to do it. So, oh, cool beans, Chris. I've got a crud load of tools, you guys. Hold on, I can show you some of them. This is by far not all of them, but here's a few of them. That's just a few of them. Those are the ones I use mostly. I might get saddle sore. It would take a while to make a saddle for sure. Al Stolman. I think Al Stolman is the best leather teacher out there, in my opinion. He has all kinds of books, patterns, books, how to's. He has tips on what you can do to get it done right. He has uh, he has templates that you can use, and each template has the tool number on it that you should use to make that look the best that it can. You know, that's, in my opinion, that's pretty important. So Al Stolman, he's probably, most of my books are written by him. I have a crud load of books too that teaches you everything, has patterns in it. I have patterns that I make myself, and I never throw any of my patterns away. I just kind of put them off to the side. Actually, my book of braids, I just stick them in there. My book of braids is getting thicker. And that's why the main reason I bought that book of braids was so I could use it for my leather work. So, oh, thanks for coming by, Big Red. I appreciate it, my friend. You have a super day, okay? I will see you out there for sure. I will come by and watch a video or two. Usually I don't come every day because I got a lot of places to go and a lot of people to see, but you'll see me there. Oh, yeah, he's a great guy, Wayne. He's been around a long time. I'm going to be doing she's for Matt A here probably this weekend. He's sending me a couple of knives and a ferro rod, and I will be putting a sheath together for him for all that stuff. Should be, excuse me, should be here tomorrow. He better put something up there for the old man. Make sure that he gets his boat fixed. Matt is a super guy. I like him a lot. Yeah, I was looking at that video you did the other day on that K bar. That looks like a pretty handy little knife there. I don't care much for leather handles, but it looked pretty nice. I put a leather handle on a couple of my things, and it's very hard to keep the leather up, especially if it's on a knife or a hand axe or something like that. It just takes a lot to keep it conditioned and in a working order. Oh, you made that ferro rod for him? Cool. Small world, huh, Chris? You're talking about the one with the shell on the end of it? Yeah, I thought it was a nice looking knife, actually. I didn't even know the Navy made anything like that, to tell you the truth. I thought they bought theirs from Army surplus or whatever, you know. Oh, that'd be sweet, Chris. That'd be really sweet. I kind of like to find a kukri. Kind of like to find a kukri. I'd like to make a sheath for it. I've never done a sheath on a kukri before. You have a curved butcher's knife? Send it on down, old man. You know I'll fix it for you. Yep, that would be a challenge. I like challenges. That's why I like doing portraits in leather. I did my most famous portrait was an 8 by 11 and a half of a eagle flying over the mountains. Excuse me. The eagle flying down through a mountain pass, and I had the trees and everything were tooled in. The background was in there. The eagle flying with his wings outstretched. Uh, that fetched me $300. That was a $300 project. The guy was totally impressed with it. He couldn't believe I could get all those trees and everything tooled in there. Yeah, I like it too, Wayne. It kind of soothes your soul. That's the best way I know how to put it. Is it kind of soothes your soul? I mean, kind of gets you away from everything. Absolutely good therapy. Absolutely. Did we decide what kind of ship that was, old man? Is that a destroyer or what? That's some sort of assistant ship, I believe. Maybe communications. The only thing I hate about leather, Wayne, is it's so unforgiving. I'm designing. I'm designing right now. I'm in the process of designing a case for my cell phone. I'm in the process of designing a case for it that'll fold up like a book. So I'm doing my best. I'm doing it all out in paper and cardboard first to make sure that when I go to make it, that it comes out right the first time. You know how that is. Because leather, you only get to cut it once. Exactly. That's why when people send me stuff, I start thinking about how I'm going to do it. I have them send me pictures of what they want. That way I can start laying it out and figuring out exactly what I'm going to need and how I want to do it so that by the time it gets here, for me to put together, then I can start working on the leather part. Because a lot of times the patterns I have uh, don't apply to the project that you're working on. You have to start from scratch. You know that as well as I do. So any kind of thing that they want, I usually have them send me pictures or dimensions for, and that way I can start working on it before it ever gets here. And then I have a basic idea of what I want. Leather's about like tattoos. You can only do it once. One little and it's done, you know. I was gonna do a video on me making that thing for my phone, but I'm not thinking that I will yet. I'm gonna have to do some redesigning. That's why I like laying it all out first. I kind of have the one piece, the part that folds over, that's all cut out. But on the inside, I want to make it so that the phone fits in there perfectly. And when the piece folds over on top of it, it will have maybe one, maybe two snaps on it to hold it closed. Yeah, it was for me at first, Wayne. But actually, I found that you can take short clips and just put them together. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, Chris. I'm hoping that if I can get it right, that maybe I could sell them somewhere. I'm going to do some sort of image on the front of it. I'm going to tool something into it and make it look really nice. Probably put a border around the front of it anyway, with an image, maybe a deer head or something like that in that variety. Because I love the outdoors, so it'll be something outdoorsy on the front, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Usually, I work on that while in between other people's stuff. Always having people ship me something so I can make something for somebody. So in between, I have my own projects, and then when the other project comes that I have to get done, I just push mine off to the side. But that's the same with anything that you do, as a hobby or whatever, or anything that you do for somebody else. You have to always put their stuff up front, and then work on your stuff as you can. Your wife cleaned out your truck. Would she think you were going to croak or what? Yeah, kukri would be like it would. I could make it. My plan is to make it either be where you could carry it on your side or scout carry, or you could. I still have some molly clips. I could make it so I could also make it so that it would fit onto a backpack with mollies. She gonna sell your truck? What the heck's with that? She's probably gonna sell it right out from underneath you. Probably the same with the damn coffee cup, huh? She's probably gonna sell that too. Yeah, it probably would be your old man if it leaned our way. We probably could see better. I'm thinking it's a comm ship with all that stuff on there. I don't see a lot of big weaponry on there, so it could be just a comm ship. Not much longer than one I was on. We'll just put it up to the aircraft carrier then. How's that? We know what that one is. Those are probably the ones Wayne worked on. Sure glad I did that upgrade on OBS. It seems to work a whole lot better now than it did before. I used to have a lot of drop frames and stuff until I updated the software on it. So you're getting enough tools now, Wayne, that you're probably going to be dangerous, huh? You should try something like a rifle scabbard or something. I think that Backwoods Law, he's getting some tools too now. He's starting to ramp up for his retirement. Said he's gonna start doing a whole lot more leather work when he's retired. So what's up? What else you guys got for me? Did you see all those dang tools I showed you, Wayne? Did you buy a tool block like that? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You guys can hear me, right? And I didn't make the tool rack, Lou. I spent my hard-earned cash on it. Yes. Okay. I was just wondering. Nobody was yakking at me. I gotta take care of the old man and get his ship fixed. Oh, I don't know, Chris. Probably. You don't have a laptop? Laptops would work. Laptop or desktop, actually. I think that's kind of a hokey rule that they made, but just another way for them to get at us. Yeah, you could use your laptop. I would just send you an email with a link to it. I use Google Hangouts when I do the panel. There's a way I can hook it into my OBS, but I would have to buy me another camera to do that. So I'm not at that part in my career yet. I would have to buy an external camera. I just use a laptop to do my streaming through OBS, and then I use my laptop to do Hangouts. You have Hangouts, Chris? Yeah, my phone's way better than everything I've got too, Chris. Actually, my tablet does pretty good. But it won't run OBS. I just use it to watch the chat with because I can't have the chat window up with the OBS. My laptop just doesn't have enough oomph in it for that. I tried it and it bumped me out. So just to be safe than sorry, I use a tablet for the chat and I use the laptop for the program. So I think the reason they did that with the phone thing about the 1,000 subs is they had too many people just out vlogging on their phones, and it was probably just a heavy load on their servers because anybody and everybody can video on their camera anymore, you know. Kind of weeding them out, so to speak. Yeah, if I'm not live streaming on OBS or Hangouts, I'm usually on my phone. I don't use my phone too much to live stream. I might try it this summer when I'm out and about. I might see if I can live stream from out in the middle of nowhere, out by our lake. We have one big lake here, and I might go out there and see if I can. I'm supposed to be able to use my phone as a hotspot, so I thought I would try it out this summer and see if I could do some live streams out at the lake. I feel pretty good, Chris. Feel as good as you can. I found out that my lung function has gone from 37% to 20, I think 27%. I think that's what she said. So therefore, I have to use my oxygen more. Other than that, I am just a-okay. Got some sort of pollen going on here that I'm not used to, so it's kind of stuffing my head up. That's why I got the sniffles. But she has me on some sort of antibiotic for that, so eh, don't be sorry. It's the nature of the beast. I have to live with it. It's just the way it is. Always look at it on the bright side. I look at it like this: is that uh, I got when I got diagnosed, they gave me a how many years I would probably last, and I've already outlasted those years. So I am already in the plus column. I always look on the bright side. That's why they keep such a close tabs on me. Ugh, sorry about that. Yeah, I, I'll be okay. Heck, I'm gonna be 66 this year. I feel pretty darn lucky. All right. Yeah, I held my age pretty good. I didn't even get gray until just a few years ago. Started stressing out about my kid getting through school, but he pulled his weight and got through it. But I've got the gray to prove it, to prove I worked hard with him. I felt pretty lucky I didn't get gray till I was in my late 50s. Oh, he's doing good. He's getting ready to go on spring break from school, so that's when I'm planning on doing that panning video. M&M Prospecting gave us a pound of gold pay dirt in a giveaway, so I've been holding out on doing that video until he is available because I want to start getting him in my videos this summer and get him to help me out a little bit. Yeah, it comes, Chris. Don't worry about that. Try not to worry too much. That's what really causes it, stress and worry. I feel pretty lucky. My dad was completely gray. Actually, by the time he was my age, his hair wasn't gray anymore. It was more like a silver. But he turned gray when he was 17, so he started getting gray when he was 17. So by the time I was old enough to remember him at all, he always had gray hair. It comes with age, my brother. It comes with age. You know, you get too vain about it, you just go and get a box of coloring and fill it in. I always said that if it came down to it, I would never do that. So I would have to use two boxes now. It's not just my beard anymore. Now my hair is getting pretty gray too. Used to be just in my beard. Now it's my hair and my beard. So for a long time, right here in the front, I just had like a little streak. It just kept growing backwards more and more. Well, I guess we're about done. We got about 7 minutes left, you guys. We missed the 50 mark by, let me see, 15. 15 people. Oh, I'm telling you that, brother. Range day sounds really good. Sounds darn good, actually. Get your trigger here and put it in. I might have to go up to the range and do a video. Try out that, get that scope sighted in, run some more rounds through the AR, and take some video footage of it. Absolutely, Chris. Yep, gonna do it, Sue. Gonna do it as soon as I get that new trigger in. Take the boy up there. He loves shooting that AR. Yeah, I think you did that on the first one too. I'm not sure what happened. But I'll switch them back and forth. I want to get it to the range to get that scope sighted in, and then I'll probably switch it back. And I have a brother-in-law that lives about an hour away, so we can go out in the Tules at his place and shoot the heck out of it out there. I don't care if it double fires out away from the range. I can just switch them back and forth whenever I'm going to go to the range, and then I'll have the best of both worlds. Getting tired, you guys. I'm going to have to go. Hey, Bonesy. Got about 2 minutes left, my friend. But you got in on the time for the get your name on the list for the drawing, my friend. Remember, you guys, don't forget to smash that like button on your way in or on your way out. Yep, just in time. Absolutely. Oh yeah, don't forget, you guys. I told people this earlier. You can go to my Twitter, and the easiest way to get to my Twitter, because it's Will is Patreon on Twitter, is my just in time, because I have Patreon also. But go to Will is Patreon. You'll see my little just in time icon there. You can leave hashtag. Let me put it in the description here for you. You can go hashtag like that. And if you leave a tweet underneath that icon on my page and leave a picture of you watching the stream or just of yourself if you want. If you'll put that out there on my Twitter, I will grab those pictures and I will premiere them on my stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays starting today. So if you have a chance, hey, how you doing, Sylvia? Good to see you. How are you this morning? We're just getting ready to wrap it up. Good to see you, though. Anyway, you put those pictures out there on Twitter for me, and I will bring them up. Bring them up here on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I will showcase your channel for you. Try to get you guys some notability, and we'll start doing that starting in Saturday. So if I get some pictures there by Saturday, make sure that you put in there hashtag Monkey Wrench Crew, and that is so that we got our monkey. I can't see it, my invisible mug here, but that's the Monkey Wrench Crew. I have some new ones now. I have some new ones now where I took the background out of the stickers, and they're going to be available through the Teespring. So go over there, check out my Teespring too. So you're going to go out detecting. Good luck, my friend. Yep. You got here just in time because we're just winding her down anyways, SJ. Back from your walk, Uncle. So if you put those hashtag Monkey Wrench Crew pictures up, I will start showcasing them on my channel. So pretty much all I have for you guys for today. I have to get out of here. I got to take my meds and get my day going. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming. You guys know I love each and every one of you guys. And until next time, you guys be safe out there. I'll be out there on the tube watching you. Have a good day.